Zoe. So
The dumpster fire that was last year. All right, let's go.
So look, we just talked about Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. Mike Evans has a streak going 9 straight seasons to start his career with 1,000 yards. Now Baker Mayfield's his quarterback. You know, he did that with famous Jameis and Tom Brady, the
80-year-old version.
GOAT. Yeah. So can he still do it? Can he do it again, or is that streak over?
Nah, he can do it again. I don't know how many wins that's going to lead to, but he'll have a successful season again. I think all the receivers that have successful seasons, I mean, considered successful. I just think their quarterback is probably, the worst in the division. Even consider that Desmond Ridder is a first-year starter and Bryce Young going to be the first-year starter. Yeah. I don't have no faith in Baker Mayfield. None. Zero.
I can't get over the fact that he couldn't get the ball to Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry when he had him. I still can't put my finger on that, man.
Nick Chubb was in that backfield. Like, you can't win with those guys. I don't have no faith. You're going to have to show me. He's going to have
that division was supposed to be theirs for a couple years at least.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
On top of the fact that they had a top 10 defense as well.
And a top 10 defense with Miles. Like, come on, man. I don't
top
have no
10
faith.
Defense, 2 Pro Bowlers in the backfield, and
2 Pro Bowl wide receivers.
Basically.
It's the franchise. Cleveland on Cleveland. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only explanation. That and Baker Mayfield. That's the only explanation.
Hey, Jay, somebody got to pay for these great fives, and it ain't gonna be me.
Great fives on fire though.
So who y'all got winning this division? Saints?
I have New Orleans winning the division.
I have New Orleans winning this division too.
Derek Carr and his new running mates look great.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say it, man.
I won't go that far. They look good in the preseason. They'll win this division by at least 3 games. But they'll be one and done in the playoffs. They'll lose to a wild card team.
Possibly.
I think so.
Derek
too,
Carr might let's talk about the Falcons. Let's talk about the Falcons though.
Let's talk about it.
Because you kind of alluded to some of the stuff earlier. So they did take a running back first round, but this running back they took is, I mean, like they talking about this dude like he Adrian Peterson, man, and he can do it in the receiving, he can do it on the ground. This running back has no flaws according to what reports are saying. What are you hearing and what you think he can do, and how is it going to unlock Drake London and Kyle Pitts and whoever that quarterback really is?
I mean, and I think that last thing that you said is probably the biggest. He just has to be the quarterback. Desmond Ridder just has to be competent. And the thing that scares me the most is I saw Marcus Mariota play. And because I saw Marcus Mariota play and you didn't beat him in that quarterback competition, granted you were a rookie. You're a rookie, so I give you the benefit of the doubt. But you didn't beat that in a quarterback competition because there was no starter named prior to the season. Desmond was a rookie, and we had just signed Marcus from being Derek Carr's backup in with the Raiders. As far as Bijan goes, he is who he is. I think that they're trying to surround Desmond Ridder with as much offensive talent as possible. We got Pitts, who, if he can stay healthy, who knows what he can do. Drake London, I think this is the year we see whether or not he a true number 1 receiver. Because let's be honest, they young. We don't know what they they are. They're young, all of them.
They need somebody that's a vet, especially at the quarterback position. Because if you got a young receiver, young tight end, young running back, at least let that quarterback be the one that can teach them. You get what I'm saying? You see what Aaron Rodgers doing with Garrett Wilson, and I said, Aaron Rodgers played in the preseason game. I was talking to Jay earlier, and they come up to the line for their first play, and without even looking, Aaron Rodgers had I already had that Devontae Adams like chemistry with Garrett Wilson. The corner was off, gave too much cushion to Wilson. I know that wasn't the original play, right? And as soon as he hiked, it was no drop back, and he just slung it over there to him and wide right or wide left, and it was pretty much almost a screen. It wasn't even a screenplay because nobody else knew that he was gonna do it other than Wilson. Exactly. And he got about 6 yards off of it, man. And I seen him and Devontae Adams do that so many times, and then he hit him with a back shoulder fade later in the drive for a touchdown. That's the type of quarterback you need when you got Drake London and who's a second-year player, and Pitts, who's a third-year player, and a rookie running back. Like, oh, you can't have a second-year quarterback too.
Exactly, and that's the part that scares me because you got all these weapons. The only veteran that we have besides offensive line-wise is Cordero Patterson, who's been everywhere. And I think that he can be a leader in the locker room or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, when you got two running backs in Algier who did have 1,000 yards last year, which makes the Bijan pick look crazy even more. You got two running backs who've been in the league for a total of 2 years. Like Algier was a rookie last year. now Robinson's, and I get wanting to grow your core together. What I will say is they're trying to surround Desmond Ridder with talent. I don't know what he is yet. And so I can't pick us as much as it. Y'all know how I feel about the Saints. Well, I hope y'all know how I feel about the Saints. I hate those dudes, but I can't pick them over a proven quarterback, regardless of what Derek Carr may not be. I know what he is. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know what he is. We've seen it. We know what Derek Carr is. He's a dude that's going to give you some wins, but at the end of the day, I don't know what Desmond Ridder is, so I can't pick us to win it. Hopefully, this is a growing year. I do feel like our defense will be better. We picked up one of the guys from your team, Chris, Okuda, and he's opposite A.J. Terrell, who's a budding star. We picked up Jesse Bates. That was our big free agent acquisition. Picked up Calais Campbell, who somehow still can play. That dude, which is crazy because that man is like 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we'll be good on defense. The offense remain to be seen, because if your quarterback is not able to be competent enough to get the ball in the hands of the weapons that we have, it really don't make a difference. I'm scoring points.
I'm gonna tell you who is competent enough, and I don't know how football teams feel about trading within their division.
Taboo.
But the Falcons probably need Crab Legs Winston out there with that young core. I think he'll fit with that. Somebody that he can lead.
Jeez. I was thinking
that's better than Ridder.
I was thinking go find Cam Newton.
No, I think it's a little well. What they really should have done is had somebody before training camp. They should have went out to Winston before training camp, or they should have went out to Carr before New Orleans got him. That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
But they didn't. You know. And now you're going into training camp with your rookie.
Like, listen, man, this dude he's a young dude, and I just feel like there's nobody to show. Like, you got to understand our 1 and 2 as far as depth goes is Desmond Ridder at the QB1. Taylor Heineke is his backup. And no disrespect to Taylor Heineke, because he showed that he can win some games with the Commanders, but he's not giving him the game. He probably won his spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He probably thinking in my head, like, I probably can lead this team better than you can, young boy. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just don't know how this is going to the offense. I got nothing but questions about, other than the skill position spots. And when you got a question at quarterback, then you don't got the confidence to pick your team to win the division. I ain't stupid now.
Yeah.
I just looked at their schedule.
Welcome back, Jay.
Back.
I've been here the whole time.
No. It's clear now.
Oh. Man, somebody was on that. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
Everything in here, Wi-Fi, from the refrigerator to air.
Yeah,
crazy.
Your lights and everything. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's crazy. I have 9 winnable games that Atlanta has this year, looking at their schedule.
Really?
That sounds accurate, though.
9 winnable.
I mean, look at our record. We won 7 last year.
What's the role for Cordell Patterson now? Is he going back to receiver?
I think that he's going to play a little bit of both. I think he's going to coach. I think he's going to be mostly receiver and kick return. But Cordell Patterson been in the league for a long time.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll be a gadget guy. Well, you can do some things. You can do some things with him. Like I can see them doing a end around and Cordell Patterson throwing the ball 60 yards to a wide open pitch. Yeah. I mean, he's just an athlete, man.
So continue his runs up the gut or reach around from the slot.
Yeah.
Reach around.
Bless her heart. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say Paul. I'm gonna let you live.
You want that man up the gut or reaching around?
At this point, man, will be doing it on purpose, man. It gotta be.
He said up the gut or reaching around.
Watermelon.
Watermelon. Watermelon strikes again.
But
y'all crazy.
They start out with the Panthers. They can win that game.
Yeah.
I don't have them winning against the Packers or Lions or Jaguars. But then they got the Texans. They can win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
They got the Commanders. That's a winnable game.
So what's that, 3-3 right there?
Yeah. Then you got the Buccaneers. That's a winnable game.
Yeah.
Titans, we don't know who will be a quarterback by October 29th. So I didn't count that as a winnable game, but just keep a star with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings, I have them losing. Then they have the Cardinals.
Everybody's beating the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Saints, they might split with the Saints, so one of them could be winnable. They probably won't beat the Jets in December. The Jets will be in midseason form. Buccaneers again. If Baker Mayfield there, then another Panthers, then the Colts again. I mean the Colts. So they can win all of them, and then the Bears, and then close the game out with the Saints. If the Saints have locked their division, they'll sit everybody, no matter what it do. So that's 9 or 10. That's 10 because I didn't count the Saints either time. So that's a 10 win max for the Falcons.
7 and 2 possibles.
Yeah.
7 and 2 pops. And I'm satisfied with it.
Is Derrick Henry still alive?
By December, October 29th. What was that?
Yeah, look at this trash. Look at this trash here. This is the booty bread. Like, have you ever seen a whole loaf of inbread? A whole loaf of inbread. This is what this is right here. The whole division is inbread. So
what you had right there was they was beating up on each other. Pause.
That's true.
And then they couldn't beat the common opponents. And remember that was my NFC North preview. But I think they'll win more common opponents. But it'll be how that division played out last week. Even though it was dumpster juice, it was a competitive division. So when I said that the North would be the most competitive division in football, I didn't say they'd be the best division in football.
So here's the interesting thing, right? Tom Brady was playing some of his worst football ever last year, and he was trying to win that division at toward the end where they did win it, but that was bad football he was playing. That wasn't himself. It forced him to retire. That's how bad he played, right? But they still won that division. But this is the thing. Here are the changes that happened. Number one, the Panthers made a change. I think Wilkes started winning them some games toward the end. I thought he was going to get that job, but they gave it to Frank Wright. But that's a good thing, and they get the number 1 pick. I think they're trending up. That horrible season, they still got 7 wins out of it. I think they're trending up. The Bucs are definitely trending down. They lose Tom Brady, but you get a younger quarterback that they can run and probably got a stronger arm at this point. So maybe that kind of helps. But I still think they're trending up from an IQ standpoint. They lost that under the center. You don't get no smarter than Tom Brady. So I think they're trending down. The Saints, what changes they made? They bought in Carr, right?
Yeah, that's the big change.
Michael Thomas comes back healthy. Things like that. Who they hired? Dennis Allen at coach. So I think they're trending up as well. And the Falcons might stay the same, except they're going to be more exciting to watch because I think Bijan Robinson is going to be unbelievable running back.
I think we'll be better defensive. I think offensively, I think we'll stay the same, but I do think we'll be better defensively. We actually brought in, Jesse Bates being the ball hawk that he is, is definitely an upgrade over whoever we had at safety last year, Richie Grant, or we had backup guys pretty much at that position. And I think that the bringing in a Jeff Okudah opposite AJ Terrell to me might be a top 5 corner. He might be a top 5 corner. While I don't know if we're trending up as a team, I think the defense is trending up, and I think honestly that's what they're going to try to lean on. While this offense still has a lot to figure out. So while I wouldn't be mad at staying at 7-10, I'm leaning towards 9 games. Don't think we're going to win the division. I think it's the Saints. God, I hate even saying that. But you know what I'm saying? That's the real. Like, I think it'll be the Saints. I don't have no faith in Baker Mayfield. I think that the Panthers it's Bryce Young's rookie season. He'll learn, but he's a fast learner. So we'll see about mid-season, what they look like. But I still pick the Saints to win it.
If the Panthers don't fix that offensive line, they got to sit Bryce Young down.
Bryce Young's rookie season gonna look like sunshines in Jacksonville. I'm gonna get to the comments, and then we're gonna take our picks on the division. Kevin Watkins said Pitta in London ? What are they doing with Pitta in London?
I think he meant Pitts. It was a type
Pitts. Throwing them the ball, hopefully.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he got to stay healthy, and throw both of those guys the ball. Hopefully,
what, Jay? What's wrong with Jay? What, Jay?
That's all you can do with him.
I mean, I'm hoping that's what they gonna do, right?
Throw the ball to him.
Yeah. Jay said I like AJ Terrell. He's a top 5. Dang, you just said that too. So
I just said
Tannehill not a bad backup. He gonna throw a late game in the season.
Exactly.
That sounds like a pretty bad backup to me.
Saints, Panthers, Bucks, Falcons. Interesting. Unfortunately,
that's exactly how I got it too.
I got it. Okay, so let me go here. Tannehill will be the quarterback in Tennessee unless Tannehill get injured.
He really, you know what? I respect Jay for standing by his quarterback.
Dude, they brought QB behind him. Like you don't just keep kicking tires at quarterback.
Yeah,
for no reason. They brought.
They still kicking his tires to see what he got.
No, they everybody else they had Malik Willis, and then they drafted Will Levis.
Yeah. Hold on. Who got the quarterback from Tennessee that's injured, that tore his ACL, the best quarterback in the draft? In Detroit? Hooker. Yeah, Hooker. Detroit got him. Okay.
And when he plays his first full season, that's when that curse is over.
You might be right. That's a bad boy. So I got Saints winning it. But it's the team that's going to be 2 behind them is the team with the most grown-ups in the division, and that's going to be the Bucks. I mean, now you just got to give it to the grown-ups in the room, man. Them boys too young, man.
Carolina quarterback, and Atlanta got too many underage people.
Yeah. So
Bucks will bring up the rear.
No,
it's Baker Mayfield.
He's Baker grown Mayfield. Though. At least he's grown.
I don't care. I don't care how old he is. He's grown now, but when they make that switch week 6 to Cal Trask, he'll be a kid too. So
yeah,
we got a grown up right now.
Oh man,
Kyle Trask.
So,
hey man, I'm a Gator fan. I'm not sold on him or Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Period.
Thank you, Jay, for saying
Well,
that.
Anthony Richardson ain't got nobody to throw to, so and he about to lose his running back.
We'll get to that on the fantasy running backs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm picking Saints to win it. I think we'll be second. Maybe. I think we'll be second.
And by we, you mean the Georgia Bulldogs, or are you talking about the Falcons?
Hopefully, we can recruit some of them boys in Athens and get them to come up there. I think we'll be second because I think that, like Jay said, look, that division was trash last year. I think the Saints, it was so garbage, bro, and I think that it'll be garbage again. With the exception of the Saints being the team that ends up being on the top of that garbage pile. Pause. Somehow.
Hey, I misspoke too. I misspoke. The Bucks will not finish last. They will not finish last. I totally forgot that the Panthers were there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. In a 3-horse race, the Bucks will finish last, but no one's finishing under the Panthers. Period. This year. In fact, the Bears will have the number 1 draft pick this year.
Again.
Well,
they traded up for this one, but they'll get this one all right.
This one just does, yeah.
They might need it.
I got the Saints winning the division. I got the Panthers actually coming in second. I have the Bucks in third.
He said sheesh.
I have the Bucks in third, and I have the Falcons in last place. Only a game separating the Bucks and the Falcons, though.
I'm not mad at no Falcons takes. It can be 0. Trust me, I'm a realist. I'm a fan, but I'm a realist. I'm not mad at no Falcons takes because I don't know either. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just here to watch.
You just here to watch the train wreck.
Yep, I'm here to watch it.